It's uninhabited and it's just a fantastic area.
Especially from the sky, this is an amazing view.
Australia is the world's 6th largest country, and its size has allowed for a diverse landscape. From pristine beaches to eerie gnome villages, there is something for everyone in Australia. But things can also get a little weird down under, as it holds a treasure trove of curiosities and peculiarities that will leave you amazed. Join us as we take a look at 15 of the strangest things that have been discovered in Australia recently. Number 15. The wave rock. In Australia, you don't have to go to the ocean to catch a wave. Just over a mile east of the unassuming town of Hayden in Australia's golden outback, there is a spectacular wave that never breaks. It's completely frozen in time, and it's hard to believe that it's actually 2.7 billion years old. Geologists have dated the rock, and they believe that it began forming during the Cretaceous period over 100 million years ago. When Australia broke away from Antarctica, the rock was exposed to the elements, and it began to erode. Over time, the wave shape was formed. The wave rock looks like it's actually petrified water. It's made of millennia of layered stone, and it stands 15 meters high and 110 meters long. It's been rounded by weathering and water erosion, and it has a rounded overhang. Water from springs active in the wetter months runs down the cliff face, dissolving and redepositing chemicals in the granite. This leaves red, brown, yellow, and gray stains of carbonates and iron hydroxide. Geologists call this type of rock formation a flared slope. There are several other examples of flared slopes throughout Australia, but none like wave rock. It's a popular tourist destination, and it's also a sacred site for the local indigenous people. Local tribes believe that wave rock was a creation of the mystical rainbow serpent. They believe that the serpent dragged her body over the land after consuming all of the water, and that's how the wave shape was formed. Number 14. Shell Beach. Most people visit beaches for white sand, but on Shell Beach, you won't be able to find any. Instead, you'll be greeted by billions of seashells that cover more than 70 kilometers of the coast. It looks kind of surreal. This beach is one of the very few places on Earth where shells replace the sand. A short walk on this beach is unlike no other. So how did these shells end up on the beach? Did the locals pile these shells on the beach? No. Shell Beach naturally formed on its own due to the nature of the water in the area. The seawater in Laharidan Bight has a very high salinity because of the climate around the area. Shell Beach is made up of shells from the Shark Bay cockle, a marine bivalve mollusk found in the shallow seas off Western Australia's coast. Cockles are drawn to the hypersaline water in Laharidan Bight and thrive in harsh conditions. They make shells that are extremely durable and can last for centuries. The salinity allowed the cockle to proliferate and multiply rapidly. And since there were no natural predators in the area, there was nothing to stop them from reproducing. The cockle's shells have accumulated on the beach over time, forming a thick layer that can be up to 10 meters deep in some places. This gives the beach the appearance of a carpet of shells. The shells are so plentiful that they actually change the color of the beach. On a sunny day, the shells reflect the light, giving the beach a white appearance. On a cloudy day, however, the shells absorb the sunlight, making the beach appear darker. Number 13. Merryman. The Merryman, a giant geoglyph in South Australia, has puzzled scientists and the public for decades. This massive image of an Aboriginal hunter, measuring 4.1 kilometers in length and 2.7 kilometers in height, is an astounding sight. It's so big that it can be seen from space. In fact, its visibility from space has been captured in several satellite images. The Merryman was discovered in 1998 by a pilot flying over the outback. Not a single witness had seen the figure being created, and the only clues to its origin were a series of anonymous faxes that were sent to local media outlets. The faxes claimed that the Merryman was created by a group of artists who wanted to create a landmark for the ages. Interestingly, the faxes also alleged that the figure was designed as a message to aliens, explaining the colossal scale that made it visible from space. According to later research, the Merryman was created by carving lines into the ground with heavy machinery. However, the identity of the Merryman's creators remains a mystery. Some people believe that the figure was created as a publicity stunt, while others believe that it is a genuine work of art. There is also speculation that the Maori man is a message from aliens, or that it is a sacred site for Aboriginal people. Number 12. Cooper the dinosaur. Dinosaurs once ruled the Earth, but they went extinct about 66 million years ago. People have been finding bones of these dinosaurs for ages, but scientists recently discovered a dinosaur in Australia that puts Tyrannosaurus rex to shame. This massive dinosaur is about 24 to 30 meters long, 5 to 6.4 meters tall, and weighs somewhere between 11 and 36.3 metric tons. For comparison, the Tyrannosaurus rex is about 12 meters long and 3.7 meters tall. That's a lot of dino. The fossilized bones of this new titanosaur were found on a family farm in 2006, about 997 kilometers west of Brisbane, and nicknamed Cooper. Paleontologists involved in the discovery say it's among the top 15 largest dinosaurs ever found and ranks in similar size to giants found in South America. Their research relied on 3D scan models of bones to compare the dinosaur with its close relatives. Numerous other dinosaur skeletons have been found in the same area. This dinosaur is part of a lineage of dinosaurs called titanosaurians, which have been found on most continents. It's a new species of a type of dinosaur called sauropods, which had long necks and tails, as well as 4 legs and 8 plates. The researchers say the new species is closely related to 3 other sauropods found in Australia that date to the same time period. Number 11. Gympie pain plant. Australia is home to some of the most prehistorically dangerous animals on Earth, but it's also home to some of the deadliest plants. One plant that's particularly noteworthy is the Gympie pain plant, which could rightly be renamed the suicide plant. That's because a single sting from this plant can drive people insane. The Gympie pain plant is a leafy green plant that's shaped like a heart. It looks pretty harmless, but whatever you do, don't touch it. The fine hairs covering the plant are actually stinging needles that contain a powerful neurotoxin. When these hairs break off and enter the skin, they release the toxin, which causes unbearable pain and extreme itching. The pain from the Gympie pain plant is so intense that it can drive people mad. In fact, the pain has been known to kill dogs and horses, and it can make humans suffer for up to 12 months straight. So if you ever visit Australia, be sure to avoid the Gympie pain plant at all costs. These plants are found in the rainforest areas of northeastern Australia, so you might do yourself some good by avoiding the bushes in this area. Number 10. The Pink Lake. Australia is home to some of the most unique and attractive landmarks on the entire continent, but none are quite as strange and wonderful as the Pink Lake. This lake is located on the edge of Middle Island off the south coast of Western Australia, and it's separated from the southern Indian Ocean by a thin shore. The lake's unique color can be spotted even from a mile away, and it took scientists a while to figure out what caused it. The salt and bacteria present in the lake are responsible for the pink coloration. The high salt concentration levels and the sunlight create perfect conditions that allow the algae in the lake to turn pink. On days with high sunlight, the lake has a bright pink color, but it's a darker shade when the sun goes down. The Pink Lake is not harmful to humans, and you could even drink it if you were allowed to take a sip by the authorities. However, due to human activity around the area, the Pink Lake has lost most of its unique pink coloration over the years. Experts are working tirelessly to restore its lost glory, but it's a slow and delicate process. Number 9. Australian Stonehenge. The magnificent Stonehenge in England is one of the most famous prehistoric monuments in the world. It's a ring of standing stones that were built over 5,000 years ago, and it's still a mystery what its purpose was. But did you know that there's another Stonehenge even older than the one in England? It's located in Australia, about 45 kilometers west of Melbourne. This Stonehenge is called the Wurdi-Youang stone arrangement, and it's made up of more than 100 boulders weighing up to 50 tons. The boulders form an egg-shaped ring, and they're believed to have been built by the ancient Aboriginal Waterwarong people about 10,000 years ago. The Wurdi-Youang stone arrangement is a truly remarkable feat of engineering. The stones were carefully selected and placed, and they're aligned to the summer and winter solstices. But what was the real purpose of the Wurdi-Youang stone arrangement? Some experts believe that it was used as a device to tell the time, as it could be used to observe and track the movements of the sun. Others believe that it had a spiritual or ceremonial purpose. Not just the purpose, we're not sure how these were built and how the ancient Aboriginal people were even able to move such large stones. Number 8. Horizontal waterfalls. If you're not familiar with horizontal waterfalls, you might think that a horizontal waterfall couldn't possibly exist. But just take a look at this stunning view. Located in Talbot Bay, Australia, is this stunning natural attraction, the incredible horizontal waterfalls. Instead of a body of water that cascades from a high place, the horizontal waterfalls are, well, horizontal. This strange waterfall is formed by a unique combination of factors. First, the McClarty Range is made up of sedimentary rock that is easily eroded by water. Second, the tides in Talbot Bay are very strong. Third, the narrow passage between the cliffs creates a bottleneck effect, which amplifies the force of the tides. When the tide is high, the water builds up on one side of the passage and creates a powerful current. This current then flows through the gap between the cliffs, creating the waterfall. The direction of the waterfall reverses as the tide changes, and the falls can flow in either direction. This causes a massive tidal movement to build up, creating a waterfall up to 4 meters high. As the tide changes, the direction of the falls also reverses, from inflow to outflow to inflow and back again. Thrill-seeking and daredevil tourists can ride boats and travel through the gaps and experience one of the greatest wonders of the natural world. But this natural wonder is not without its dangers. The area is surrounded by box jellyfish and estuarine crocodiles, both of which can be deadly. The tides in Talbot Bay are also very strong, and it's easy to get swept away in the current. Number 7. GNOMEVILLES. Gnomesville, as the name suggests, is a charming and enchanting place brimming with gnomes. Not just a few, but dozens, hundreds, and even thousands of them. Situated in the picturesque Ferguson Valley, this unique village has become a must-visit destination for anyone intrigued by the whimsical world of these tiny figurines. The story of Gnomesville began with just one gnome. A lone figurine placed under a tree caught the attention of passers-by, who found it endearing and decided to add their own gnome to the collection. What started as a solitary gnome soon multiplied into dozens, then hundreds, and now a thriving community of over 3,000 gnomes. Gnomesville is like stepping into a fairy tale. Each gnome has its own distinct personality, from groups and cliques of gnomes that have formed close bonds to solitary figures. Each gnome adds a unique touch to the vibrant village. There's a special group of green hat gnomes, a collection of tiny gnomes residing in a school bus, and many others just doing their gnome thing. As visitors stroll through the gnome-filled lanes, they're greeted by a delightful display of witty titles and clever wordplay. From No Man's Land to World Nomination and the Gnomon Empire, the puns and jokes never seem to end, bringing an added sense of fun to the experience. Local legends and folklore have woven tales around the magical presence of these gnomes. One such legend warns visitors against the temptation to take a gnome home as a souvenir. The locals believe that the gnomes hold a special bond with each other, and taking one away could bring bad luck, the dreaded curse of 1,000 gnomes. So beware, if you ever find yourself in Gnomesville, don't take one home as a souvenir. Number 6. Pyramid in the Ocean. In 1788, Royal Naval Lieutenant Henry Ball stumbled upon an astonishing sight during one of his maritime explorations. A mysterious pyramid jutting almost 600 meters out of the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean. Aptly named Ball's Pyramid, this enigmatic structure continues to captivate researchers and adventurers alike, holding secrets that have gradually unfolded over the centuries. Measuring approximately 1,100 meters in length and 300 meters wide, Ball's Pyramid stands tall as the world's tallest volcanic stack. Its origin, however, remains a matter of intrigue and scientific curiosity. It is now believed to be one of the surviving above-ground remnants of the once lost and recently rediscovered sunken continent of Zealandia. Zealandia, a vast landmass submerged beneath the Pacific Ocean, is thought to have been connected to the ancient supercontinent of Gondwana. This geological discovery significantly reshapes our understanding of Earth's history, as Zealandia encompasses an area of around 4.9 million square kilometers, making it the seventh largest continent on the planet. Despite its seemingly inhospitable appearance, the pyramid is not devoid of life. In fact, it harbors a remarkably unique inhabitant, the Lord Howe stick insect, also known as the land lobster or the tree lobster. This rare and enigmatic creature was once believed to be extinct, but a small population was rediscovered on Pyramid in the ocean in 2001, after being wiped out from Lord Howe Island due to the introduction of invasive rats. The Lord Howe stick insect is a 6-inch-long, flightless species believed to have evolved from a common ancestor with other stick insects over 4 million years ago. The discovery of this resilient insect on the pyramid in the ocean was a significant scientific breakthrough, raising questions about its survival in such a seemingly inhospitable environment. How did these insects manage to traverse over 14 miles of open ocean to find refuge on this remote pyramid? This remains a mystery, leaving scientists to speculate on potential means of their journey. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. Just look at this thing. It has some usual features of a human skull, well, just from the front. However, its elongated head and the strange patterns on its bone are weird. Is it a carefully crafted art piece that mashes a human skull with that of some alien, or is it a remnant from some unknown civilization? Whatever it is, it has to be the strangest thing recently discovered in Australia. What do you think of it? Do you know anything about its origins? Let us hear your thoughts in the comments below. Number 5. Ancient Egyptians' hieroglyphics. Ancient Egypt, a civilization that thrived for thousands of years, remains one of the most enigmatic and captivating cultures in human history. Known for their grand pyramids, complex religious beliefs, and intricate hieroglyphics, ancient Egyptians left an indelible mark on the world. But did you know that their influence might have reached even as far as Australia? Australia, the vast and mysterious continent located in the southern hemisphere, is separated from Egypt by an immense distance spanning approximately 13,000 kilometers. The notion of ancient Egyptians venturing such a colossal distance to explore this distant land may sound implausible at first. However, intriguing evidence has emerged that suggests a remarkable connection between the two ancient civilizations. Among the discoveries that have sparked fascination among researchers and historians are the so-called Gosford glyphs. These intricate symbols, resembling hieroglyphics, were found in an area known for its aboriginal petroglyphs within the Brisbane Water National Park, Australia. According to numerous sources, these symbols were believed to have been carved more than 5,000 years ago by ancient Egyptians who had journeyed to this distant land. While some scholars dismiss the idea as a hoax, there are others who have delved deeper into the matter, uncovering compelling evidence of possible transoceanic voyages made by the advanced ancient Egyptian civilization. It is well established that ancient Egyptians possessed a remarkable level of maritime knowledge and navigational skills, evidenced by their ability to construct powerful transoceanic ships. Interestingly, various theories suggest that these seafaring vessels might have enabled the ancient Egyptians to travel not only to the American continent, but possibly as far as Australia. These theories posit that the Gosford glyphs might be remnants of the interactions between the ancient Egyptians and the indigenous people of Australia. Number 4. Earth's pavement. Have you ever seen something so mesmerizing that it takes your breath away? Something that seems like it could only have been created by a master artist? If so, then you need to visit tessellated pavement, also known as Earth's pavement. This geological wonder is found in a secluded corner of Australia, and it's easy to see why it's so popular with nature enthusiasts, photographers, and geologists alike. The rocks that line the water's edge are arranged in a unique tiled-like pattern that's unlike anything else you'll ever see. The story of Earth's pavement begins approximately 300 million years ago, when the rock that comprises this place started to form. It originated from silicon-rich sediments that gradually accumulated in a relatively low-lying region. Over millions of years, these sediments were subjected to immense pressure, leading to their compaction. As local stresses acted upon the Earth's surface, the rocks began to crack and fracture in distinct directions, a phenomenon known as jointing. The mesmerizing patterns that captivate visitors today are a result of the intricate crisscrossing of these joints. The patterns are so intricate that they've been compared to childlike artwork, and they defy explanation. However, the extraordinary tale doesn't end there. Time and the relentless power of water have also played their part in shaping this geological masterpiece. During certain times of the day, the sun's rays play on the glistening wet surfaces, creating a surreal and almost otherworldly atmosphere that beckons visitors to immerse themselves in its splendor. Despite knowing that these rock formations are a result of natural processes, it's still hard to shake the feeling of walking upon some mystical, man-made artwork. Number 3. Devil's Marbles. The Devil's Marbles, also known as Karlu Karlu, is a mesmerizing natural wonder located in the remote northern territory of Australia. This unique geological formation consists of a captivating collection of massive granite boulders that seem to have materialized from the very heavens above. The mysterious appearance of the Devil's Marbles has sparked numerous legends and stories among the local indigenous Warramungu people, who consider this site to be of immense spiritual and cultural significance. For generations, they have revered the site as a sacred place, infused with the essence of their ancestors and the Dreamtime stories that have been passed down through countless generations. The sheer size and shape of these boulders are awe-inspiring. They appear as if they have been delicately placed, carefully balancing on top of one another, defying gravity itself. The sight of these massive rocks, seemingly teetering on the edge, is both breathtaking and humbling. It's hard not to marvel at the handiwork of nature and wonder how such formations came into existence. The origin of the name Devil's Marbles has an interesting historical tale behind it. During the 1870s Australian Overland Telegraph Line expedition, a Scottish-Australian explorer named John Ross was so taken aback by the peculiar landscape that he famously remarked, "This is the devil's country. He's even emptied his bag of marbles around the place." The name stuck ever since, and it has become an endearing moniker for this intriguing site. Number 2. Underground mining town. Just take a look at this unique house. Doesn't it look pretty homey? This underground dwelling is located in the remote town of Coober Pedy, nestled in the arid landscapes of southern Australia. But don't let its secluded location fool you. This town has an intriguing history and a charm of its own. The town got its name from the Aboriginal word Cooper Pity, which translates to white fella hole or white man in a hole. Perhaps this peculiar name reflects the town's origin and the inspiration behind its underground homes. You see, Coober Pedy's roots date back to 1914, when a 14-year-old boy named Willie Hutchinson was accidentally left behind in camp. With no modern distractions to keep him occupied, young Willie decided to explore the area. When the adults returned, they were astonished to find Willie back at the campsite that evening, carrying a huge bag of opals he had discovered during his adventure. And so, the mining town of Coober Pedy was born, thanks to Willie's unexpected and serendipitous discovery. Fast forward to the present day, and Coober Pedy is home to approximately 1,800 residents. But despite the small population, you'd be surprised to find a bustling community beneath the surface. The underground dwellings here are not just primitive caves. They have evolved to include modern amenities such as internet access, electricity, and running water, making them comfortable and suitable for modern living. The decision to build underground homes was strategic. The region's scorching temperatures can reach a sweltering 120 degrees Fahrenheit, making traditional above-ground houses impractical due to the extreme heat. However, underground homes offer a natural way to regulate temperatures, providing a cool haven during the blistering days and maintaining warmth during the chilly nights. Despite being renowned for its mining activities, Coober Pedy also surprises visitors with its range of facilities and attractions. In addition to homes, the underground community boasts a theater, a church, a bookstore, and even a golf course. The town has managed to blend its unique history with contemporary conveniences, ensuring a delightful experience for both residents and visitors alike. Number 1. The Dingo Fence. Fences are a common sight around the world, but they are usually built to keep people out or to mark borders between countries. In Australia, however, there is a fence that was built to keep animals out. The Dingo fence is the largest fence in the world that stretches for almost 5,000 kilometers from Queensland to South Australia. It was built to protect crops and livestock from rabbits and dingoes, which are wild dogs that are native to Australia. The Dingo fence has been effective in its primary purpose, but it has also raised concerns about its impact on the environment. Dingoes are apex predators, and they play an important role in the Australian ecosystem by regulating the population of prey species. Some researchers believe that the fence may be disrupting this delicate balance, and they are calling for alternative approaches that would allow dingoes to roam freely while minimizing any potential conflicts with human activities. This fence has caused many problems, as populations of kangaroos, rabbits, and emus are significantly higher inside the fence than they are outside. Rising numbers of these animals mean that overgrazing is increasingly common, reducing the availability of food for birds such as zebra finches. In the long run, this damages soil quality, making the landscape more vulnerable to erosion and also puts the existence of dingoes in danger. Finding a balance between safeguarding agricultural interests and preserving the natural order is essential for the future of Australia. By working together, conservationists, researchers, and farmers can forge a sustainable future where both humans and wildlife can thrive side by side. We hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you in the next one.